we're going to start the music and you get going. Do you think you'll have any problem getting past all of it?
I was about to say.
We got to get the
Do you want me to make that?
Yes, we make that
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to have your attention for just a moment. We have a train that's going to be arriving here momentarily, and it's going to be coming right up in front of the glass by Barnes & Noble. So we ask that when you see or hear the train start to come, you just give way a little bit so that we can make sure the train makes it through the crowd, and it will be going up and around the back of the giving machines and ending up over here in front of Keiko Joe. So please just make way for the train once it's on its way. Thank you. Okay, we've got to have a 6-foot clearance for the train to be able to make it through. So again, you can stand there till you see it coming, and then just please clear the way and give us a path.
He's a radio guy.
Well, I've got it's second. I got it. So the next one will be the train ride. Yep.
Then Jeff talks.
All of that.
You announce Jeff who talks. And then we go into the train.
Got it.
The train comes after the talks. So Jeff's music, he talks, train, and then announce charities. Farm family is right over.
Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. For the first time in Idaho Falls to the Light the World Giving Machine Kickoff. Our host today is one of Idaho and Wyoming's most trusted and familiar voices. An award-winning broadcaster who spent decades serving this community with heart, humor, and genuine goodwill. Named one of Billboard Magazine's top radio personalities and a 2-time Country Music Association Personality of the Year, he's been recognized nationwide for excellence. But it's his work right here at home that people rely on most. Every morning on Local News 8, his weather coverage blends accuracy with warmth. And on 99.1 KUPI, he remains one of the most listened to radio hosts in the Mountain West. He's been at the center of some of the community's largest traditions. And today, he brings that same spirit of service as we come together to light the world and launch this year's Giving Machines. Please welcome Idaho Falls' own morning mayor from Local News 8 and 99 KUPI, Jeff Roper.
Hey everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays! Did you guys escape school today? This is so awesome. I know, extra credit for everybody, right moms and dads? Yep, we're gonna ship you off to grandma's house after this. You don't realize that, do you? Welcome. My name is Jeff Roper from 99 KUPI. How many of you guys listen to radio? You know what the radio is? It's what everybody listens to in the morning. And then there's this little square box that we invented here with pictures on it. It's a TV. How many of you watch TV? Yeah. I'm the guy that calls school off. Yeah. $20. Make me holler. Hey, thank you for being here today. And there's so many just excited people. We've been working on this for so long. The 2025 inaugural year of the Light the World Giving Machine Initiative. It's finally here in your hometown in Idaho Falls. So much work and coordination have gone into this. We want to thank Grand Teton Mall, where we shop for Christmas. Signature Tent Rentals. We have a lot of equipment here. There are a lot of chairs that had to be cleaned before all this. And how about the sound? How about that voice, that guy that just made all that stuff up about me? Marv Hepworth from Sandhill Media, the #1 premier media group in eastern Idaho and western Wyoming. He's the guy that makes radio people sound like this. We look nothing like we sound ever, I promise. Don't call us and ask for a date. Our excellent string quartets. We got music today. Hi, guys. This is like having a talk show. I got a live orchestra over here. Lauren Anderson on violin, Laura Anna Roderer over there, Patrick Roderer. I think there's something going on there. He's on the viola. Tessa Campbell on the cello. And Logan Anderson. His lips will never leave his mouth at any time during the course of today's A-sharp trumpet festivities. I love it. I'm a trumpet player. Thank you all for being here. And there are many people that are dressed inconspicuously in, like there's Waldo. Did you see the red and white everywhere popped up through the... These are our giving machine, hardworking volunteers and friends. Let's give them all a big hand. They are the ones that have put all this together today. We do want to thank some very special people, Callie and Alan Avondit and Debbie and Scott Hall. They have spent months at their kitchen table and on their cell phones and during Thanksgiving and even last year's Thanksgiving organizing this and supervising this event. You managed to keep it a secret, but not anymore. We have Glenn Rawson here today as well and his wife, Christine. They've traveled all the way up from Utah to be with us to tell some stories. And there is an Osmond in the building, people. My new friend, Jay Osmond of the world-famous Osmond Brothers is here. He and his beautiful wife, Karina, they have just moved to Idaho Falls, and they are with us at Sandhill Media, and he is my personal percussionist, as you may have seen on TikTok earlier this morning. He will be this afternoon's entertainment. We also have some government leaders. If you're in government, or if we elected you, if we're paying you, please raise your hand. Yes? Hi. There's a government person there. We have some of our religious leaders here as well. Happy Hanukkah to many of you who may be celebrating. Our religious leaders who are here today, and I know a lot of folks have been praying about this event as well. We also have some important beneficiaries today. The representatives of our 6 local charities that are participating. You have been chosen, you've been prayed about and prayed over, and the Idaho Falls Light the World Giving Machine Charities. Everybody is here today? Is everybody ready for this? Yes. Grand Teton, I feel like this is a really big setup for a lousy karaoke session or something, because I've been talking way too long. We need to get things underway here. So I want to explain to you, if you don't know much about the giving machine, have you guys ever seen a vending machine? You know what that is? Yeah, your mom and dad go down and get a Snickers bar. It really satisfies. Yeah, so you put money in and you get something back. Well, for about a decade now, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has invited every person of the human family to share their light during the Christmas season by sponsoring the Light the World Giving Machine Initiative. Elder Rodney H. Hillam and Elder Kirk L. Hodges are here today to represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And did you guys know that this year, 2025, the Light the World Giving Machine is in 126 countries, 126 locations, 21 different countries, and 6 continents. That's further than Iona, okay? That's the whole world. That's why it's called like the... Yeah, see, I got their attention, parents. I want you to know I'm available. I have two of my own. I've raised my own people. This is a global initiative which calls on us to think about others that are in need. One thing you need to understand about this is that all expenses with the giving machine, the setup, and all the overhead and the operational costs are paid in full by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is organized by people that are in red and white here, the people that love other people, and the people that are here to help, and you. So with every visit to a giving machine, which I think there may be some in the building, this is what I'm hearing. We are making a difference in the life of another person. So out of the many nonprofits that applied, 6 local charities have been selected. There are also 2 global charities, including in our giving this year, and 100% of all donations will go to the assigned charities. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bring in those recipients. I think there's something coming. Is that my conductor friend Kevin Call? Everybody better get up. It's coming. Look out. Along the wall.
Don't you get the feeling?
Clap along.
Don't you wanna head outside? Come on, everybody.
Come on, everybody.
We're heading for a little ride. Hop on the train, we'll be on our way. Gonna spend a lot of cheer. Just hold on tight, 'cause the giving machine is here. We're going for a train ride. Everybody outside the train ride. Woo! We're going for a train ride.
There's a train in the building.
Let's train ride.
I know, right? This is crazy.
Take it slow, you know we'll give as we go. We're gonna give just as much as we can. Train ride, we love it when we get together.
Put the steam on it, Kevin.
We're gonna have a good time, like you never had before. I want you on this train ride. Let's light the world up some more. Don't wait and don't be late. Let me know if you're going to show. 'Cause we're here and ready to make this giving machine go. We're going for a train ride.
I heard there's a train coming.
Train ride. Woo! We're going for a train ride. Down by the mall, let's train ride.
You might hear this song again.
We're gonna take it slow, you know we'll give as we go. We're gonna give just as much as we can. Train ride, we love it when we get together.
Chugga, chugga.
A big thanks to the amazing charities partnering with the Giving Machine this year. Let's hear it for ECAP, supporting families in need. DVSAC, providing safety and healing. And there's FISH, taking care of school needs. And Community Food Basket, feeding our community with love. Idaho Falls Rescue Mission, offering hope and a fresh start. The Village, lifting kids and parents right here at home. And globally, Care and Right to Play, changing lives around the world. Every swipe at the giving machine goes straight to them. 100%.
Do you see the train coming?
Going for a train ride. Everybody outside the train ride. Woo! We're going for a train ride. Down by the mall, let's train ride.
There's no train in the mall.
We're gonna take it slow, you know we'll give as we go. We're gonna give just as much as we can. Oh, train ride. We love it when we give together.
Finally. I think you got stuck in a roundabout. Come on, let's hear it for our conductor, Kevin Call. Put the fellas in the middle, Kevin. Watch your toes, hands in. No flash photography on this ride, please. Train ride. Train ride. There's been a change of conductors. That's Mobile.
Don't you get the feeling?
Told you you'd hear it again.
Don't you wanna head outside?
Look around the backside.
Come on, everybody.
Come on, everybody.
We're heading for a little ride.
It's a long ride.
On the train, we'll be on our way. Gonna spend a lot of cheer. Just hold on tight, 'cause the giving machine is here. For a train ride, everybody outside the train ride. Woo!
They look windblown.
Train ride, down by the mall lights. Train ride, woo! We're gonna take it slow, you know we'll give as we go. We're gonna give just as much as we can. Train ride.
You're gonna hear this song in your head for days. It ain't a bad thing. It's the train ride. The giving machine.
Have a good time, like you've never had before. I want you on this train ride. Let's hype the world up some more. And don't wait, and don't be late. Let me know if you're going to show. 'Cause we're here and ready to make this giving
I'm
machine
just gonna sit here and blow this whistle. This is the best thing ever. We practiced this 7 times last night.
Everybody outside the train ride.
Come toward the stage. Once the train leaves.
We're gonna take it slow, you know we'll give as we go. We're gonna give just as much as we can. Train ride.
All aboard.
When we get together.
Come to the stage. Introducing our charities. Hold up your sign.
Amazing charities partnering with the Giving Machine this year. Let's hear it for ECAP, supporting families in need. DVSAC, providing safety and healing. There's FISH, taking care of school needs. And Community Food Basket, feeding our community with love. Idaho Falls Rescue Mission, offering hope and a fresh start. The Village, lifting kids and parents right here at home. And globally, care and right to play, changing lives around the world. Every swipe at the Giving Machine goes straight to them. 100%. Everybody, one more time. We're going for a train ride. Everybody outside the train ride. Woo! We're going for a train ride. Down by the mall lights. Train ride.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna take it slow. You know we're gonna go. We're gonna give just as much as we can. Oh, train ride.
Okay.
When we get together.
I want to introduce some of these people because they've just been on a train ride, right? Was that fun? You guys look windblown. Thanks for coming over today. Jackie Burt is the president of the Idaho Foster and Adoptive Parent Association. She runs the village. She's an administrator over there, and the goal is to stabilize and care for the needs of kids in foster care, helping to reduce emotional trauma. Now, the village functions in the 16 counties of southeast Idaho. And here's some of the things that are in the Giving Machine that can be purchased. They're looking for a new bicycle to help a teenager get back and forth to work and be independent. A suitcase, so a kid doesn't have to carry their things in the garbage bags that they haul around. Pajamas for a child entering foster care. And pots and pans for a child who is moving into their first home and living independent. That's great news. And underwear for 3 children that are in need. The simple things that matter in life that many of us take for granted, it can be as little as $10. These are the items that you're going to find in the Giving Machines to help the village. Thank you, Jackie. And I'm sure Jackie would love to talk to you more about what her needs are. Next is Tina R. McBride, the Executive Director of the DVSAC. That's the Domestic Violence Sexual Assault Center. Now, DVSAC, give them a big hand. They do a lot of great work. Supporting services to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, and other violent crimes. They provide both immediate help and longer-term solutions and support to children, adolescents, and adults. Some of the items that you're going to find in the Giving Machine for DVSAC include snacks for a child, safe shelter, 2 hours of court support. Many of us don't think about that. A new home a lock for a door. It's very simple. And then forensic interviews as well. And I know Tina can explain more about all that from DVSAC. Thank you. And we're so glad that you're a part of the Giving Machine this year. Tyler Perkins is the executive director of the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission. And they do such, he's asked, the claps. Can we get the claps? There we go. And you've seen them on TV, you've heard about them. They serve most of the homeless in our community by addressing the needs for shelter, food, security, life skills, and addiction recovery to men, women, and children that stay in their shelters and in their community. So, the items that they are requesting from the Giving Machine: nutritious meals, blanket kits and supplies, children's welcoming kits to give them something to hang on to when they come to the shelter, a pathway to stability. And they've helped a lot of people there beat addiction in our community, and they provide safe shelter. So it's as easy as punching their number on the Giving Machine for the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission. Thank you, Tyler, for all the great work that you do. Annie Ballard is here from Friends in Service Here, or FISH. She's a board member and a volunteer. And FISH provides emergency assistance to individuals and families. They assist in hygiene items, health care costs, cleaning supplies, even helping folks attain a birth certificate or identification credentials so they can move ahead in life. Their most visible project is their school supply program. They fill new backpacks with school supplies for both school districts in 91 and 93. And you know what they're asking for in the Giving Machine is one of those scientific T1 calculators. We all had one. You got to have one to go through school, and it's high school. You've got to have one. School supplies. That's their big ask in the Giving Machine, and I know you can help them. FISH, Friends in Service Here. And the Community Food Basket. Ariel Jackson is the executive director. So for 45 years now, the Community Food Basket has been providing emergency food, basic need items, and baby items to our community, with the need for assistance rising to 1,600 plus families a month. An average of 6,000 kids, adults, and seniors are helped. Here's what they're asking for: 5 dozen eggs, baby formula. And you might be surprised just how easy it is to help them with 120 jars of peanut butter. You can help. And that's $100. So these are our ask. Also today, John Radford is here. He's the CEO of ECAP, the Eastern Idaho Community Action Partnership. They help low-income individuals and families achieve self-sufficiency by providing essential resources and support, household assistance, energy, utility bills, food pantries, Head Start, senior services, education programs, including housing assistance. These are some of the things that you're going to find in the Giving Machine for ECAP. A sensory toy, a month of diapers, meals for seniors, new shoes, and just to pay somebody's utility bill for the month. So think about all those things, how you can make a difference with as little as $10, or you can do something amazing, what we call a 777. Yeah, we're going to start talking about this in just a moment. So you ask why? Why do we have these Giving Machines? Well, there's always somebody else who needs something, right, boys and girls? You all know someone, and you know, we're taught in church and school to help other people. Well, it's amazing to me when you think about this, that the simplest act that we go through on a daily basis of using a vending machine to buy something can now be used to give something to someone else in need. It's one of the simplest things that we do on a daily basis. And if you think about it, it can really change your perspective on things. And we should understand that God did that with a baby this time of the year. He changed the world. He lit up the world. And it was as simple as a baby. You can embrace your faith, you can share the love, and you can provide hope by just giving back, lighting the world the giving machine. We are taught to love each other and serve our fellow man. And nothing can separate us when we simply do what Jesus has taught us to do, and that's to love one another. Here's your chance. And I'm excited about that. All right. We've got some great music lined up for you now. This is what the season's all about. Thank you very much. Joy to the world. It's here to give for our quartet, quintet, trumpet. Beautiful music. Now, this next person that I'm going to introduce is somebody who loves to tell stories. Glenn Rawson has been telling stories for over 40 years. He grew up loving the stories that he used to hear on the radio by a guy by the name of Paul Harvey. Glenn learned that the best way to teach was by the medium of an inspired story. So back in the 1990s, he volunteered his time and stories on radio and television. Listeners enjoyed hearing them, and the recordings quickly spread to dozens of other stations throughout our country. Glenn has written more than 1,500 stories, authored more than 30 books, and produced over 300 TV documentaries. And over the years, he's connected with millions of people through firesides, devotionals, print, radio, and TV, and online social media channels. You can find him today on Facebook, Instagram, and at GlennRawsonStories.com. He now delivers uplifting stories and devotionals to tens of thousands of people each week. In fact, you may have heard him on the radio here in Idaho Falls on 100.7 My FM, our Christmas station. For all that he stands for in the public eye, Glenn is a quiet, shy, and retiring man who enjoys a simplistic way of life. He currently lives in Utah with his wife Christine, and between them, they have 12 children and 30 grandchildren that they love immensely. And more than anything, Glenn loves the Lord and his people. Please give an Idaho Falls welcome to Glenn Rawson.
Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, that's hot. Woo. All right, I don't have much time, but I would like to share with you a story to fire up your hearts in response to the giving machine. I want to tell you a story, and I think every one of you right here in front of me will know who this story is about. It's about a little boy named Sparky. He was born in 1922 in St. Paul, Minnesota. And he grew up one of those kids that we would come to call a cipher. He was shy, backward, quiet. In fact, he was so socially awkward that he couldn't talk to people. Therefore, he found his only way to express himself was by drawing. And so he drew all the time. And before he even got out of high school, he realized he wanted to become a cartoonist. So when he was in high school, in fact, that's how he got his nickname, Sparky, was from a comic strip. Well, when he was in high school, he took an art course. He was really good. One of the instructors encouraged him to keep going. And so as he came of age, after service in the Army, he started drawing comic strips. And every major newspaper turned him down. He failed again and again. And he was one of those kind of boys that criticism cut really deep. And he took it really personal. Failure after failure. And then finally, about 1947, Sparky wrote a strip. And one of the local newspapers said, okay, we'll run it every week. And then finally, in 1950, he got his big break, and one of the big syndicated features said, we'll take your strip, we'll run it, we want it every day, all across the country, but we can't stand the name. You've got to change the name. And he didn't like, Sparky didn't like the name that they chose, but he had to go with it anyway, and they named the comic strip Peanuts, Charlie Brown. And through the 1950s, the Charlie Brown comic strip caught on and grew. By the mid-1960s, it was an international sensation. Everybody knew who Charlie Brown was. Everybody. That music is perfect. That caught on. And in April of 1965, the Peanuts gang, Charlie Brown, Lucy Linus, were on the front cover of Time magazine. Then they came up with this brilliant idea. Coca-Cola, always Coca-Cola, wanted to sponsor a television special. And they approached, and they wanted to ride the popularity of the Peanuts gang, so they approached Charles Schulz, Sparky, and asked him if he would create an animated special for Christmas. And he said, sure. So him and two other guys sat down, and in one day, they wrote the script for a Charlie Brown Christmas. But Charles Schulz had very persistent ideas. In fact, he broke all the rules of television with an animated special. Number one, you didn't put an animated children's special on primetime TV. But he wanted to anyway. Second of all, he didn't hire actors, paid professional actors. He got real children just like you. Charlie Brown's a real kid, not an actor. And some of them were so young that they couldn't even read. Remember the voice of Lucy? Lucy was only 6, and she couldn't read the script. So they had to read it one line at a time, and then Lucy would spit it back. The one thing Lucy had was attitude. You couldn't teach that. And Linus was Christopher Shea. So, and then the other thing that they did, which broke all the rules, is instead of putting a laugh track, you know, they say something and they ought, and you know what I'm talking about. They didn't put a laugh track. They put this music in there. And it was written by Vince Giraldi, and it was a combination of jazz and classical and contemporary music. And everybody thought that doesn't fit. They got, and the one other thing that broke all the rules is you didn't quote the Bible on TV. You just didn't do that. But Charles Schulz, a Christian, not particularly affiliated with any church, said, if we don't do it, who will? And they got all done. And when they got all done, they showed some of the cuts of the special coming up to CBS, and the executives hated it. One executive with CBS said, this is going to be a disaster. And when they finished it, the three producers, Charles Schulz included, sat down and watched it through, and one of them commented, oh dear, I think we've ruined Charlie Brown. Nevertheless, December the 9th, 1965, at 7:30 p.m., based on the hair color of some of you, you were there. December 9th, 1965, 7:30 in the evening, the Charlie Brown Christmas aired for the very first time. And when it was done, everybody loved it. 15 million people watched that special. 45% of all the television sets in the United States were tuned in to that special. Everybody wrote in and thanked Charles Schulz for reminding them that sometimes people are lonely at Christmas, and Christmas is difficult for some people. And thanked Charles Schulz for reminding them what Christmas is really all about. It was so popular that the show ran again in 1966, 67, all the way, year after year after year. A Charlie Brown Christmas ran on CBS until the year 2000. It won a Tony Award, an Emmy Award. It went down into the Grammy Hall of Fame and was written up as one of the greatest recordings in American history. You still see it every year. It comes on TV somewhere. Now, that was Charles M. Schulz's humble gift to the world. And without even knowing it, he changed the world. He changed me. You see, in 1965-66, I was just a boy, living north of here on a ranch up in the Lemhi Mountains. There were 3 stations that came out of Idaho Falls, but we got one. It came by repeater over the mountains. Consequently, when it reached our little ranch house in the valley, most of the programming was snow because of all the interference from being hit by the repeater. Nevertheless, this little boy watched that special. And do you remember that point in the Charlie Brown Christmas when Charlie Brown cries out, isn't there anyone that can tell me what Christmas is all about? And Linus comes out on stage with his blanket and he says, I can tell you, Charlie Brown, I'm paraphrasing. And then he stands up on stage, remember it? The lights come down and Linus begins to quote, and he comes to that line, fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. I still remember that moment. I can still hear Linus's voice in my head. I knew nothing about God, religion, churches. I knew nothing about any of that. I was a heathen child, but I felt something that changed me forever. I can still hear Linus's voice. And by the way, I don't know if you've ever noticed it. You watch Charlie Brown's Christmas. Linus is always carrying what? A blanket. And every comic strip, every special, Linus has always got that blanket. Except on that moment when he said in that line, "Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy." For the first and only time, Linus dropped his blanket. There's a message there. My dear friends, Charles M. Schulz wrote a comic strip, and Charlie Brown was autobiographical. Charles Schulz was Charlie Brown. Through his own heart and soul, he gave a gift to the world, and we've all been the beneficiaries of it. He never would have expected the good that he did, just like you can now with the giving machine. I ask you, I urge you, give. You have no idea whose life you can change and the good you can do. Thank you.
BenRawsonStories.com. I got a feeling he tells pretty good stories all the time, don't you guys? Yeah, I know, right. And we still hear our parents that way too. Right? Even as a grown-up. Please help me welcome Elder Kurt L. Hodges to our celebration today. He's a local leader and one of the representatives here from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Turn the switch on.
Can you imagine being asked to follow Ben Rawson? How do you follow him? But I'm humbled and grateful for the opportunity to be asked to say just a couple of things as we kick off the giving machine today. I first want to thank all of you who have taken time out of your day today to be here. And I want you to know that it makes a difference, and it will make a difference in somebody's life. Jesus Christ, when he was on this earth, taught us two great commandments: to love God and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And then there's a scripture that says, and then he went about doing good. Friends, I think this opportunity with the giving machines is what Christ would want us to do as we go about and do good. Everywhere that Christ went, people could tell there was something different about him. They could feel his love. They could see his goodness. And I make a promise to you that as you participate in the giving machine, you will feel his love and feel of his goodness for you being willing to help one of our Heavenly Father's sons and daughters. Last year, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints contributed $1.45 billion in over 190 countries to help those in need. But we are just a drop in the bucket of the need that is out there. And gratefully, there are many other organizations and churches that come together and recognize the need and provide assistance. 6 of them are with us today. They've taken it upon themselves to fill a need in society and to bless people's lives. To that end, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints sponsors the giving machines to give every one of us an opportunity to help someone. We may not know the exact individual that our gift or donation will go to, but we can rest assured that it will be used as it's intended, and then somebody's life will be blessed. My wife and I grew up in southeast Idaho, a little town called Preston. If you don't know where Preston is, if you've seen Napoleon Dynamite, you know where Preston is, okay? And then my career took us to other parts of the world. But we longed to come back here, to be close to family, and to be close to the good people of Idaho, and to have our children raised in communities where they can be learned to be prepared for life and to be well grounded. That's what we love about Idaho. I'm very proud that Idahoans take care of Idahoans. And wherever I have been around this world, I have consistently heard Idaho is a great place and there are great people there. And I second that with all my heart. So, children, I extend an invitation to you to bring your parents to the giving machine and have them come with you so that you can help somebody in need. Parents, bring your children and bring your friends. And let's make this 2 weeks of blessing people's lives and giving and loving as the Savior of the world would. Thank you.
What he said, because I don't want any of y'all to end up on the prayer roll, okay? So this is what we're doing. We're going to make this is going to be an exciting 2 weeks. Let's talk a little bit about how this machine works. So, what is a giving machine? This is basically a reverse vending machine. It's like we talked about earlier about Cheez-Its and Coke, and you can give your money and get something back. But this time, we've taken the simplest thing and flipped it. You're going to give back when you pick something out for someone else. It works just like a vending machine. You punch a button and a card will fall down telling you what you purchased. You don't get to keep the card, but you can have your picture taken with the card. We call that a selfie. Right? Anybody got a phone down here? I love your parent. Oh, one kid. All right. A giving machine allows people to donate to charities by purchasing items or services for those in need. Now, every item purchased on these machines is delivered to an actual person in need. So 100% of all the donations go to the assigned charities. And the cards indicate the different items we can purchase and which charity will get the shoes, the school supply, the goat. What does the goat say? All right. I've been waiting all day for that one. There is a goat in there. How many goats have we purchased? There's like 200. How many? Do we have a number on that? Can we get a number on the goats? It's a real thing, people, and it does go to help others. The information is on the bottom of the card in the right-hand corner. Now, the cost of the items. You don't have to drop a lot of money. $10 to $150. And if you want to buy everything in the machine, it will cost you what? Whoa, stop, wait a minute. Whoa, somebody doing some algebra. How much? Who knows how much it will cost? You, they're pointing, you, sir, stand up. I'll buy insurance from you. Look at this kid. Boy, yeah, look at this guy. Hey, where do you shop? Do you shop at Farrell's like I do? Huh? You got a girlfriend? Good. It gets complicated later. What's your name? Sally? All right, Sally. Did you shave this morning? No, not at all. You know you were going to be on stage. How much does it cost? Tell me quick.
$1,500.
Yes, that's it. He's a winner. He knows. He knows because he's a part of the select group that are going to be here. Good job, Sally. $1,449 to be exact. When you get to the machine and you hit 777, kind of like a jackpot. Yeah, this is the people in the red shirts and the scarves. They know how this works, okay? The machine will take your credit cards, it'll take a debit card, it'll take Apple Pay, and it will take Google Pay. It will not take cash. You know what you go through your mom's pocketbook and take? Yeah, none of that. We're doing cards. It happens already. Cash not accepted, but those cards work. And so, are we ready to line up the representatives? and go ahead and make this happen? Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready. Come on up. Come on up. We're going to cut this ribbon and we're going to tear off the paper. You'll understand the moment we reveal. Look at that big pair of scissors, boys and girls. Don't run with those. You ready? Here we go, Idaho Falls. 3, 2, 1. Let's light the world. A little further in. These are our machines. Check out the Light the World giving machines. Remember, they take cards, not cash. And this is where our kids come into play. Now, Rimrock Elementary School 5th graders, are they here today? I get it. You guys just didn't get off the bus to come hang out. You're special, aren't you? Yeah, self-proclaimed. Their teachers are here. Where is Debbie Balcom, Dara D. Brooks, and Colleen Madsen? Where are the ladies responsible for this? You know, life is so much better when you have great teachers in your life, right, parents? You know that they're learning the right thing. My mom was a teacher, so obviously she failed with me, but you guys are doing a great job. These ladies and these kids and the parents that own them, the parents that give you their credit card, it has been a privilege and a blessing to work together. The 5th grade class at Rimrock Elementary in Ammon has raised money for the Idaho Falls Giving Machine. Their goal was simple but ambitious. Earn enough to do what? 777. We're happy to report that these kids that are shorter and have fewer jobs than us made this happen. And they not only reached that goal, they did it twice, ladies and gentlemen. That's $3,000 for other people. So how did they do it? Well, they're really creative. They've got, I'm sorry, I'm speaking. What? Who said what? Stepped in what? In whose backyard? You? All right, stand by. Make sure your fingers are clean so you can hit the button. They earn money through babysitting, snow removal, yard work. They sold caramel apples or caramel apples, depending on what region you're from. Chocolate-covered pretzels, cleaning their bishop's blinds. Who did that? Which bishop can see out the window now? All right. Picking up tumbleweeds, dusting, organizing a grandparent's basement. What'd you find down there? Yeah. Cleaning the family boat, and so much more. Every dollar represents effort, service, and heart, and the best that you have to offer. Congratulations, kids. Parents feeling the effort as well. This is what one parent shared. It was so cute to see it happening in our neighborhood and in the villas. Very touching, and thank you, teachers, for helping us raise good kids. It all starts there. My son was so invested, constantly calling and pestering my family for more jobs to do. Wasn't it nice when they asked to do stuff like that? He was even asked this morning if there was more work available. What an amazing life lesson. So much better than me just giving him money at the giving machine last year in Salt Lake. Well, we're glad they're here in Idaho Falls for the first time. And if we do a great job, like you guys are doing, they'll be back next year. Another parent wrote, "It's been sweet to see my son determined to earn money. I love that you're doing this." Now, beyond raising funds, the students gained something even more meaningful. They learned that many people in our world, even right here in our backyard, need our help. They learned that when we work together, we can make big things happen, like today. And they learned that service, sacrifice, that changes everyone for the better. These kids would like to thank their families for supporting them. They would like to thank their bishop for having a clean blind. They would also like to express their appreciation to the principal. Where is Mr. Stephen Cheap? Obviously, yeah. These are your employees? Yeah, that's how, good job. Excellent job. Supporting and encouraging everyone throughout this project. Rimrock Elementary, 5th graders, $3,000 is going to be spent at the getting machine. Are we ready for it? Okay, you guys get up here because believe it or don't, it takes a minute to download everything in the machine. So you're going to see all of those drop after we pay for them. So we've got the finance department coming up. They've applied. I think it's funny you got a principal named Mr. Cheap, but that's, yeah. I bet you have. You're so cheap. How cheap is he? So cheap you spit the mouthwash back into the bottle after you use it. And I've heard them all too. I've heard them all too. Congratulations, sir. Nice work. So these are our, and they're going to go ahead and put this process to work. 7. We got to hit 7 3 times. Do you really want, does the machine ask that? Do you really want all that stuff? Yeah, we want it. Who's covering the transaction fee? I got $43. I'll give it to you. This is exciting because every one of those cards will drop. It is processing, so this is going to take a little bit of time. Can you imagine the people that will receive these gifts? You'll probably never ever meet them, but just know you made their world so much better. Are we dropping it like it's hot?
There they go.
Booyah! You better catch this on camera. You'll remember this for the rest of your life. They're coming down. What just fell out? Oh, baby formula, home security. Look at this one's peanut butter. We're cooking with gas now. The peanut butter's coming down. You guys should be very proud of yourself, okay? And you should be really nice to your teachers too. Are you all going to make it to 6th grade? Hey, we'll see. You got a little time left. It's kind of like Santa. He's coming. You better be good. You got 2 weeks. We dropping it? $3,000. Can you hear it? Okay, that was a new set of shoes. New shoes, a blanket, a month of diapers. Senior meals are coming. Each one of these items drops out. And when you add them all up, it's $1,449 for a 777. I would encourage you to challenge your friends. I would call your neighbors and say, look what my class did. Will Jeff Roper put you on the news if you do it? Yeah. You guys are going to be on TV. Where's my camera guy? There's my camera. Hey, Dave, can you zoom out, please? And everybody can be on TV, I assume, because we're here. You guys wave at the TV camera. We'll put you on Local News 8 tomorrow morning. Fix your hair and the makeup. There it is. Look at this cat over here. Yeah. Look at these guys in the back with the new haircuts. Yeah. Feeling frisky. Frisky. You guys got to get up at 5 a.m. now, okay? Oh, yeah, it ended real quick, didn't it? You see what it's like when you have a gig? Yeah, you got a job. I'm on at 5 a.m. I'll give you the school bus forecast, okay? It's going to be cold, by the way. Okay, we're almost halfway done. We need to move along. All right, we've got another group that we're going to say good things about. Here comes, what? Oh! We just dropped a goat in the mall. This guy got the most excited about it. All right. All right. You're starting to scare me now. I'm not sure. Way to go, guys. Representing the class, the finance department of Rimrock Elementary, $3,000. Let's hear it for them. Who's going to clean all that up? They got to put that to work. Now, Mark and Misty Richardson, where are they? Mark and Misty, hi. Don't try to sneak in, because you know I'm going to talk about you. Yeah. So, are we going all the way back? Why would we put them in the back? Well, I just want to show them off. I don't hide. Yeah, put them in the middle there. These guys, by the way, they have 5 reproductions. Coleman, raise your hand. Oh, raise it high, Coleman. Single, working. Ellie, hi Ellie. Perfect babysitter. Max, maximum. Macy, hello Macy. And look, there's Sophie. Hi Sophie. Hi Sophie. They've also earned a 777. This family, let's hear it for them. So Mark and Misty, when they heard about the giving machines coming to Eastern Idaho, they felt this was their opportunity to share with their kids and to create an atmosphere of service and giving, but you had to come up with a plan. So your business is selling Italian ice, and they proposed an idea to their kids in a family meeting, which I'm sure is utter chaos, right? Family meeting, right? We know who's running this show. The kids thought it was a great idea. This is exciting. So the decision was made to create an advent calendar with 24 individual cups of Italian ice, one for each day before Christmas. So each child accepted their assignments and they went to work. They sold, they made, they packaged, they delivered in total 2,520 cups of Italian ice. It took 5 days just to make that Italian ice and many more to sell, package, and deliver all before December the 1st. So it took all 7 members of the family with their individual assignments to accomplish the goal. You gave up your playtime, didn't you? That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. Aching bodies. Who had an aching body? Go ahead, admit it. Aching bodies. Max, did you it was cold and aching? He got worse all of a sudden. And other activities. So Mark and Misty Richardson, we cheer you on. We need people in red to help them. We're ready to jam. We're pulling down a 777. Who's gonna let the little one do it? Sophie is 7. So Sophie, 7. Use your clean finger, Max. 7. Boom. There it is. Dropping it like it's lit. Oh, we gotta put the card. We gotta pay for it. Stand by. Stand by. Isn't that Dad's job? Dad shows up. I got it.
Okay.
Now we just remember we don't need everyone to do a 777, but it has begun. It'll take about 10-15 minutes. Small purchases make great things come to pass. And at this point, you are invited to come up and light the world with us today. Thank you. This guy's out of control. He's been in the Kool-Aid, and he's excited about this because he's been working for 9 months. You got your own jingle bells. All right. The line is going to be on the right side of the mall by this store over here, Coca Joe's, and the people in the red shirts are here to assist. By the way, there's refreshments. We have a little something to wet your whistle over here in the hallway, and we're going to come back with some special music from our stars. So which way are we going? This way? Refrit. Okay, they're back that way now. Just follow the people in red. They'll tell you where to go. So we're going to crank up some Bonner family music here, and we'll be back. So y'all join in. Let's light the world.
Every night
performance is coming up in just a moment. Don't leave.
All right, the line is going. I can't wait to talk about this at work to everybody. We got some cool music coming down. Are we ready to introduce our next special guest? This is pretty exciting, kids, isn't it? They're fixing to rock out. I'm telling you something. How many of you have heard the name of the Osmonds? Yeah. How many of you grew up with the Osmonds? Well, Jay Osmond is a name that has been woven in the very fabric of American music and entertainment. He's an original member of the world-famous Osmond family. He spent more than half a century performing across the globe, hit albums, touring on major stages, helping create the unmistakable sound that made the Osmonds one of the most beloved musical groups of their time. As the group's drummer and one of its signature voices, and he still sounds like that today. Jay has been a part of television history, chart-topping records. He's sold out concerts in Las Vegas and London. And in recent years, he's taken his talents in a new direction. He's the creator and writer of the acclaimed stage production The Osmonds and his musical. After a highly successful UK tour in 2022, earning standing ovations, glowing reviews, and a whole new generation of fans, the show is now headed to Provo this coming March, bringing his family's remarkable story to the stage in a powerful new way. Beyond his public accomplishments, Jay and his beautiful wife Marina have just begun a new chapter here. They live in Idaho Falls. They've chosen our community as their forever home, and we're honored to welcome just a nice guy and an artist that is world-renowned, but even more grateful to welcome a man. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, rock and roll history before your eyes. Join me in giving a warm Idaho Falls welcome to the Jay Osmond. We got a Christmas tree and lots of mistletoe and a Santa sleigh. We got plenty of snow, so let's rock this house everybody know. On Christmas Eve, we got a turkey on the table and there's cookies in the jar. Oh, we want a very, very rockin' Christmas. We want to happy New Year. We want lots of presents. All the seasons cheer. Put me in Glasgow. Let's not go to the lake. For all of us, to all of you, a very, very rocking Christmas. A very, very rocking Christmas. Go, my bell ringers, let's go.
those Christmas bells rung. Those Christmas bells rung. We got a Christmas tree and lots of mistletoe. Ready for Santa's sleigh. We got plenty of snow. So let's rock this house. Everybody, let's go. On Christmas night, yeah. We got a turkey on the table and there's cookies in the jar. Alright, we want a very merry rocking this Christmas. Everybody, we want a happy New Year. We got lots and lots of presents and all the seasons cheer. From Birmingham to Glasgow, from Stockholm to LA, from all of us to all of you, a very, very rocking good Christmas. A very, very rocking good Christmas. One more. Rock those. Where's my bell ringers? Yeah, where are they? There you are. Rocking those Christmas bells. Yeah. One more time. We want a very, very rocking good Christmas. We want to have happy New Year. We want lots and lots of presents and all the seasons cheer. From Birmingham to Glasgow, from Stockholm to LA, from all of us to all of you, a very, very rocking good Christmas. A very, very rocking good Christmas. A very, very rocking good Christmas. Yeah, all right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Can you believe it? I tell you, it's right around the corner. You got something? You know what okay, they would like the kids to grow just a little bit. Can you believe Christmas is almost here? You know, one of the things I love about this time of year, if you heard that song, it's the most wonderful time. You know that song? Yeah, you even know it. When I was your age, I sang with my brothers with Andy Blues on that record. You blew it a long time ago. But it's, you know what I really love about this season? Is that it brings back purpose and we remember things that are important, the important things of life. But you know what? We all know that the important things are not things, right? They're people. And that's giving our hearts out to people. You know, there's so many things that, it's not just a season. It's a feeling that you get when you give. There's something about it in your heart. And if you can't find it in your heart, you'll never find it under a tree, right? You know that. But speaking of hearts, everybody say hi to my wife, Karina. Can we stand up? Yeah. And then there's Marla with the sound. Marla, stand up. Yeah. Then there's Jim and Joy. Where's Jim and Joy? They're here somewhere. And all the staff that put all this together. And let's hear it for them. That took a lot of work. And where are the Richardson's family? Oh, the Richardson family. Are they here? Amazing family. And I am so impressed with all of. Are you all from Rimrock Elementary? Do you know what kind of effort? I know you know what kind of effort that took to get all that. Don't you feel wonderful? What is so wonderful about Christmas for you?
Serving other people.
Wow. Let's hear it for. What is your name?
Caitlin.
Let's hear it for Caitlin. Wasn't that wonderful? Serving other people. That's the Christmas spirit. And are you excited for Christmas?
Yes.
What's your name?
Zoe.
Zoe. What makes you so excited for Christmas?
Being with my family.
Being with her family. That's another Christmas spirit, right? Okay. And what makes it so special for you? What's your name? Becca? Stand up, Becca. Come up here and tell me,
come over here and tell me what makes Christmas so special for you.
I like opening presents and hanging out with my family.
Opening presents and hanging out with your family. Do you know how many people you're going to be blessing that are going to be opening their presents around the world? And it's not just locally, around the world too. Thanks for all your effort. Hey, do you all know that song? Do you all know that song, Jingle Bells? Do you? Well, you know what? I love Jingle Bells because, you know why? Because whenever I have people sing with me, I see the joy on their faces. Yeah, because it's about giving, right? So let's start Jingle Bells. Will you all help me sing? Oh, by the way, where's my bell ringers? All right, I want you all to stand up, and bell ringers stand up, and I want them to feel your spirit as you ring the bells throughout the song, okay? Ring them loud. Ring them loud. There's the magical feeling, right? Jingle bells, jingle bells. I want everybody to sing with me. Now I'm going to go around. Watch the joy on your faces. Here we go. Here we go. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Everybody sing. Jingle all the way. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, you can sing it. O'er the fields we go. Must you sing with me? Dashing all the way. Yeah, go. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits joy. Yes, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song to ride, girl. All right. The jingle bells, jingle bells, the jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you all for coming out to this wonderful day and being part of this great cause of giving to others. Can you feel the spirit? Can you feel the Christmas spirit just a little bit more? How about you back there? Can you feel the Christmas spirit? Oh, you are now? Oh boy. You know what it takes to help the Christmas spirit? Get involved. And if you want everybody to sing it loud for everybody to hear. Here we go. Jingle bells, jingle bells, sing it loud. Jingle all the way. I can't hear you. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. That's what I want. Jingle bells, yeah. Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Isn't that a fun song? Are you feeling it? Feeling it more? Here we go. One more time. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. 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 All right, thank you so much. Thank you for singing with me. You know, the spirit of Christmas is really the spirit of Christ. In fact, are you going to come up on a 7-7? It's going to be in 2 minutes. Oh, you're going to do it right now. Do you want to witness a 777 right now? Let's hear it for you. Are you going to witness 777? Well, let's hear it for Caitlin Slaughter. Let's hear it for Caitlin Slaughter. Wow. Oh, you got the Christmas spirit, right? And it's so wonderful. But you know, I was just saying, the spirit of Christmas is really the spirit of Christ. In fact, the word Christmas means more Christ. And all the presents mean nothing without the presence of the Savior. I'm going to play this song. As you listen to the words, can you all hear the words? I want you to watch this video. And I want you to listen to the words, okay? It's really a beautiful song. A little bit louder, please. Come down to the manger, see the little stranger, wrapped in swaddling clothes, Prince of Peace. The wheels start turning, torches start burning, and the whole wise men journey from the east. How a little baby boy bring the people so much joy. Son of a carpenter, Mary carried the light. This must be Christmas, must be tonight. A shepherd on the hillside went over the flock by. On a cold winter's night, a band of angels sing. In a breeze I heard a voice, said, fear not, come rejoice. It's the end of the beginning, praise the newborn King. How a little baby boy bring the people so much joy. The son of a carpenter, Mary carried the light. This must be Christmas, must be tonight.
No, I'm about to forget.
I saw it with my own eyes, real up in the skies. But why a simple herdsman such as I? And then it came to pass, he was born at last, right below the stars shines on right. People so much joy, son of a carpenter, Mary carried the light. This must be Christmas, must be tonight. Son of a carpenter, Mary carried the light. This must be Christmas, must be tonight. Be tonight, yeah, be tonight. Oh, be tonight, be tonight. Isn't that a beautiful song, the words? Yeah. Did you like the video? Isn't that beautiful? Now, just as the wise men and the shepherds paid their love and respect, go ahead with the track here on that. Just as the wise men and the shepherds paid their love and respect to the baby Jesus, there was another young little drummer boy. Okay, he wanted to show his love and respect to Jesus, showing and sounding his drums, and he wanted everyone to hear. He wanted to wake up the world. Jesus is born. And at the time, everybody started marching. Everybody you want to march? March one of them and march with you. Yeah. Here we go. That's it. Yes, we go. That's it. March it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, give it all back to all of you. You got the Christmas spirit in you. It looks so joy. Okay. Look at this. This is what Christmas is all about, isn't it? Yeah. You know about the Christmas spirit.
2 days ago, yeah.
Kids, you have brought the Christmas spirit to everybody. I think they can feel your love for the Lord and how you work. Go ahead and start with
We have
us.
one at the station, so yeah.
Here's a song. Everybody can take your phones out. Turn on your phones. We'll show that we're willing to give to those in times of need. Right? Everybody have a phone? Ready? Here we go. We're going to light the world, everybody, today. With many winding turns that leads us to who knows where. But I'm strong enough to carry him. No burden easy to bear, running the shade. And the Lord doesn't weigh down and he's my brother. He's my brother. In heaven. He's my brother. In heaven. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being a part of this great event. I hope you feel the Spirit of the Lord. And let's light the world. What do you say?